Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, man. Vergil Ortiz, Oscar De La Hoya expects Vergil Ortiz to fight for a title shot late 2022. Now, his mandatory for Terence Crawford isn't due till I think May 2023, but as of right now, they're saying that they're still looking for a title shot. So they fight Michael McKisson. He did an interview with Brian Custer, and he said that he don't pick his opponents. His dad, I think he said it's up to his dad and Golden Boy. That pick his opponents, and he didn't really know why they was fighting Michael McKisson. He guessed that because he is southpaw. Don't understand why they didn't fight David Verge. It sounds like he's not taking no response. I won't say responsibility. It sounds like he don't really have input into who he fighting. I was listening to his dad do an interview with Fight Hype where he was explaining why how Virgil why they left Robert Garcia. Said that how he been the head trainer and stuff of that nature, and Robert just was helping him out, but in that interview he said that Vergil Ortiz takes care of his whole family, and if they move, I'm paraphrasing, they moving the wrong way, then who gon' who gonna take care of his family, so they gonna move him how they want to move him. So it is what it is. He not holding nothing up. He the fighter. It's like a horse. He want to take off and go full speed. But if you running the Kentucky Derby. You gonna have to pace yourself. No matter how great a horse or how great your conditioning is, you gonna have to pace yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's something. That's something that they just gonna have to. They gonna have to figure out. But as far as De La Hoya saying, he knocking on the door for a title, and they know what they gonna do. They know if somebody gonna move up, or they know they're gonna challenge somebody. He knows that the WBO came out on Twitter, said the mandatory isn't due till 2023. I'm not sure if they want to fight Bud or not. So it is what it is. But De La Hoya says unbeaten number one WBO contender Vergil Ortiz will be fighting for a world title at the end of 2022 after defeating Michael McKisson on Saturday, March 19th. Ortiz is headlining the DAZN this Saturday night against number 4 WBO Michael McKisson, 21 no loss and 2 KOs at the USC's Gala Center, Los Angeles, California. Ortiz and McKisson fight is ignored mainly by the U.S. boxing fan, perhaps because few of them have heard of 27-year-old British fighter McKisson. The British boxer has been fighting opposition below the first tier level during his 8-year professional career before being given a fight against Ortiz. De La Hoya feels confident that he can put together a fight between welterweight champion Terence Crawford and Ortiz in October, November, and we'll see if that's soon possible. So let's see what he says. He says, Vergil, quote, Vergil right now is on the verge of breaking through. I can have Vergil fighting for a world title within the end of the year, said De La Hoya to the DAZN. By October, November, he's ready to face world champions, De La Hoya said. Okay. He said he wants to face any of the top guys in the division like Spence, like Crawford, said De La Hoya. He's one fight away from breaking through and fighting the very top competition out of the world. He knows, continue quote, he knows that this fight here with Vergil Ortiz and Crawford would be massive, would be huge. It's an even fight, said De La Hoya. So they went through McKisson's last thing. I mean, if y'all look at McKisson, I will at the end. So it sounds like he willing to put him in there with Crawford or Errol Spence. He said it right here. He said he knows the fight with here with Vergil or Crawford would be a massive, would be huge, and it's an even fight. So he trying to say it's even. Everybody, man. Ortiz got a chance because he can punch. Okay, versus anybody. He's knocked out every opponent. He been moved up the right way. He got a really solid resume, a better resume than most prospects ready to get a title shot. Now, would you like to see him get in there if it wasn't for the politics with Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, even the David region would have been a good fight. Somebody like that, yeah. Before taking the title shot, or at least a former champion like Kell Brook, yeah. But we know, even somebody like Cody Crowley, even though he was PBC, but we already know there's a gun line in boxing where you can't cross that gun line, boss. So I understand it. So if you're willing to fight Terence Crawford or Errol Spence, and both could be free after after April 16th, and both could fight each other, cool. De La Hoya is known for matching his fighter stuff anyway. So him and Terence Crawford, if the WBO say he ready after this fight, and they can speed up the mandatory, or Bud taking voluntary, or they might as well go ahead and say, well, I'll fight my mandatory right now. So be it. If that's Oscar, that's his next move. But the Crawford want to wait around when he just fought Sean Porter in November. You want to wait till November. You getting older, so he need a fight in there. So if he gonna do a 2-fight deal with De La Hoya or something like that, get on the zone. I don't know who we would fight. You know what I'm saying? Find an opponent, fight him, and then come back in November and fight Vergil Ortiz. So be it. Or maybe he feel that's beneath him. He just might go ahead and jump up. But jumping up, Crawford, Charlo already told you he ain't fight you. Even though he said he'd knock you out, you come for me. You got what that mean? He didn't say send a contract. I'll fight him. As simple as that. He didn't. So Charlo can't fight him neither. So if you moving up, you probably fighting Tim Tszyu in Australia for a belt. So I don't know. If you're trying to smoke Errol Spence out, Vergil Ortiz be the way to go. But after April 16th, that means if Errol don't fight you for all the belts, that means Errol moving on to something bigger. He probably moving up. So for Terence Crawford, I mean, you can put a cherry on top of your welterweight career by beating on Vergil Ortiz, but it's a risk. Vergil ain't got great defense, but Vergil can punch, and Vergil been fairly active. He is a threat. Anytime somebody can punch, got the puncher chance that he got, yeah, he's a threat. So he ain't never went 12. And I think he might need to go 12 for getting in there. But he feel he confident and feel that they ready, and De La Hoya obviously feel that they're ready to get in there. And I heard that he could be facing the winner of Blair Cobb or Lecture Rocha next. So De La Hoya could just be, De La Hoya could just be capping for the cameras, and De La Hoya could have had a change of heart. And now they can throw him in the ring with Terence Crawford, and Crawford ain't gotta look any further. He got an opponent. I know that ain't the fight that he want. It ain't the fight that we asked for, but going to Dallas and beating him in front of all them people, maybe that put pressure on Spence to fight him. Maybe Spence gonna fight him anyway after April 16th and get all the belts and fight him, and it's a non-starter. Maybe whoever wins might fight Vergil Ortiz and defend undisputed. They might retire. They might move up out the division. Who knows? But when De La Hoya say something, he mean it. Now if the daddy might feel a certain type of way, he might be like, "No, we're not ready for this." He might. He might. Or he might not. But about time. It's about time for him to step up and fight for a title. Why not? He can punch. He stopped everybody. He just ain't with the distance. He told Brian Custer that he want to go the distance. And Saturday's supposed to be the same night for Charlo Castanos too. And now we left with Ortiz and Michael McKisson, which nobody know who Michael McKisson is. All they see is he got 2 knockouts in an 8-year career. If you ain't got no power to keep somebody like Ortiz at bay, you're going to get 8. But apparently he got good movement, so I don't know. A lot of people don't understand why he didn't go for David R. Region to be the Errol Spence mandatory, but you already know how it is. Errol Spence only going to fight you if he got to fight you, without politics. But Terence Crawford, he really don't have nothing right now. So going for Terence Crawford probably smart because he don't have a promoter right now. You can sign him over there and build a relationship with him and, offer him a nice paying fight. You got the DAZN who got a lot of money behind him. That makes sense. So De La Hoya could be trying to get Crawford over there and show him some hospitality. But outside of Vergil Ortiz, what else you got to offer? But I think what else he has to offer is a working relationship with Al Heyman and Showtime. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he can get in there and negotiate an Errol Spence fight where, Terence Crawford doesn't have no leverage on your own. He know how to operate. And apparently, he did everything in his power to make the Jaime and Charlo fight happen, which should be announced here soon. So maybe it might be the key for Crawford, but over their history, they ain't treated black fighters too finely over there. That's what we do know. Over their history, they ain't treated black fighters too fondly. A lot of guys got out there and left. James the Beast Wilson got out of there and he was gone. Rasheed Ellis ain't fought in 2 years. The dude he beat last is fighting Blair Cobb soon. So it is what it is. So PBC started announcing fights already. So start leaking out. So yep, Charlo ain't fighting Jaime. He fighting Salucky. Man, he told me he was fighting him next, man. Nigga fight Salucky, man. Crazy world, man. But it is. They said it started at 1 Easter. I guess they start leaking them out now. So that is what it is, man. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance notification. We go live. Drop the video. Hold on. I don't see McKisson resume real quick. It's Michael McKisson, 21-0, 2 KOs, 27 years old. He got some knockdowns in there, though. He knocked down Luis Vernon. He knocked down Harkins. He knocked down Chris Congo. So he scored some knockdowns. He knocked down Colin Lyles. He just can't finish nobody. So he got some knockdowns in there, but he really ain't fought nobody, man. So that is what it is. Maybe we might be in for a treat. Maybe we won't. Who knows? But hey, I'll hit the link in the description and show you everywhere I'm producing content at. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Check the boxing news and welterweight playlist out. Peace.